Hello and welcome to Trading Hour, live from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal studio. I'm Sonal Bhutra. With me, as always, is Hormis Fatakia. Hey, Hormis, good morning. Going well for the markets today after the fall that we saw yesterday. We are above the 25,300 mark. The bigger question is whether we stay on to those levels or not. It's a 167-point gain on the Nifty. We have the mid-caps, which are actually outperforming today. It's a 1% gain that we are looking at currently. And if we look at the advanced decline ratio as well, that should come up for you on the screen. That one is in favor of the advances. The ratio is 1:0.5. So it has continued its lead from the word go, and that had been one of the concerns because this line used to see a lot of crisscross during the trading session. Nifty Realty, a big gainer there, 3.2% higher. PSU Banking Index also contributing well. We do have the metal index, which is doing well also. Only the Nifty Media Index, that is lower in trade today. Apart from that, it is looking good across the board. We spoke about mid-caps outperforming, so let's go back to Hormis. He is here with us and putting spotlight on the top movers in the markets as we speak. Hormis, over to you.
Oh, well, the mid-caps are outperforming and the markets are trying to gather some pace after being in pause mode for around about 3 days now. We'll start off with Genesis International, locked in a 20% upper circuit today. The biggest single-day gain since 2019 that the stock has seen. It's been up in 4 out of the last 5 sessions now. And today we have already seen close to 30 lakh shares that have traded. Look at the 20-day average here. It's only 60,000 shares. And as a result of which, the stock has moved above its 50-day moving average, which is at 560. The next level on the upside is the 100-day moving average, which comes up at 607. But the stock has been an underperformer this year, down almost 37% year to date, and has declined for 4 months in a row before seeing some gains in the month of October so far. Urban Company is a name that has sprung up today in the list of gainers. At one point was up almost 8%, so seeing some bit of profit booking from those higher levels. It snapped a 5-day losing streak today. And the 20 trading sessions that it has had so far, the stock has gained in only 9 of them. And today we have had more than 1.3 crore shares that have been traded. An important day lies ahead tomorrow because of the fact that its shareholder lock-in period ends on Thursday. The stock is trading below its issue price, which is 162, and it's down almost 25% from its post-listing high, which is well over 200 rupees. A lot of earnings reactions taking place today. ICICI Lombard, Persistent Systems, Cyient, DLM, all of them seeing moves. ICICI and Persistent gaining up to 8%, and look at the volumes here as well. Significantly higher compared to that 20-day average. Cyient DLM on the downside though, down around 4%. It's trading with around 9 lakh shares being traded. The 20-day average is only 1.5 lakh. And lastly, to put the spotlight on Tattvachintan Pharma, the 4th straight day of gains now for the stock. It's up 10% in the last 4 trading sessions on which it has been on this gaining streak. We've had close to 5 lakh shares that have been traded already on the stock. The 20-day average is only 35,000 shares. And after this move, or courtesy of this 4-day up move, the stock has moved back above its IPO price of 1,083. It has had a fairly decent year. It's up 32% so far on a year-to-date basis, Sonal.
All right, Tattvachintan Pharma. Let's see how the results are this time because it has usually been on the downside post numbers. So watching out for Tattvachintan Pharma. Thank you, Hormis, for joining us with that list. We'll slip into a break now. Up next, we'll focus on the crypto market with Manisha Gupta on the other side.
TV18 presents Crypto Corner, powered by CoinDCX.
On our special segment, Crypto Corner, going across to Manisha Gupta with the latest trends in the crypto market.
On Crypto Corner today, we are talking about banks and crypto integration that we have seen. Well, the relationship between traditional banking and cryptocurrencies really seem to be evolving. To give you some examples, JP Morgan Chase International, for that matter, has introduced a JPM coin for institutional payments. It offers crypto-friendly banking services to its institutional clients, and the blockchain group Onyx is involved in pilot program for real-time transactions. Goldman Sachs, in the meanwhile, has launched a crypto trading desk for Bitcoin and Ethereum, exploring blockchain-based forms of money. Morgan Stanley, in the meanwhile, provides its wealth management clients access to Bitcoin funds. Citi is planning to launch a cryptocurrency custody service by 2026. Bank of America is launched crypto trading desks. We also have Wells Fargo providing access to crypto through its products and funds. And then you have US Bancorp, BlackRock, Fidelity Investments, State Street, and BIY Mellon. All of them are supporting digital asset custody. The IBS has launched its institutional-grade digital asset exchange. You have HSBC, which has launched a tokenized deposit service for corporate clients to move currencies across borders. And then PNC Bank is partnered with Coinbase for crypto trading as well. These are traditional banks which seem to be delving into blockchain and cryptos in some way or the other. And then you have dedicated crypto banks as well, which are focused on institutions, and this is banking beyond traditional banks, really. So then you have crypto-native banks. Within this, you have Signum Bank, Frix, which offer custody trading, stocking, tokenization, and lending within a regulatory framework there. There also is fintech companies like Revolt and Bucked, which what they do is that they focus on blending traditional payments with integration within crypto books. And this is with offering multi-currency offerings. They also do fiat currencies, etc. So this is a proper integration that they're looking at.
Manisha, thank you for that update. We take a short break. On the other side, the management of Midwest joins us to discuss their IPO, which opens for subscription, and, of course, the road ahead for the company.
CNBC-TV18 presents Crypto Corner, powered by CoinDCX.
Welcome back. You're still tuned into Trading Hour. Let's talk about Midwest, which is a leading player in the natural stone industry. The company's 451 crore rupee IPO opens for subscription today, which comprises of a fresh issue of 250 crore rupees. Uma Kollareddy, who is the promoter and director, along with Ramchandra Kollareddy, who is the promoter and CEO at the company, join us now to discuss the company's fundamentals, what do they plan to do with the proceeds as well, and a lot more. Uma and Ramchandra, thank you so much for joining us today. On the show right now, we would like to understand more about the business. You had seen a big jump in margins that came by in FY23 and FY24. How much of it is sustainable, and what are the growth levers going forward for the company?
Sure. So the margin front is mostly on the cost factor. So our main cost is energy, and our pivot from diesel to electric, backed up with solar, so that is sustainable, and we are still adding more of that green energy into the system. So I think given that, I think it's sustainable, and maybe there is, I think it's a pivot that we have taken from diesel, fossil fuel to green.
Got it.
Firstly, congratulations on your IPO. First up, I was reading about your IPO itself. So one of your segments mentions that 50% of your revenue comes from China, if I get that right. Is that a risk factor going forward, considering the issues or the geopolitics that we are facing currently, or do you intend to bring that share down going forward?
Our share has been coming down in the last 3 to 4 years. But what I would like to say about China for our business point of view is the EPC contractors who are taking these marquee projects globally, the companies who build the skyscrapers or the malls, large projects, are still predominantly Chinese out there. They have been aggressively going outside China after you see the downturn happening in China. And the supply chain has to come from global sources. And we, blessed with the natural stone in India, in Southern Peninsula, we become the supply chain for that. So China will be a substantial market, but the share is coming down due to a strong growth in domestic side in the last 3 years.
Okay, so you have around 10 customers contributing more than 50% of your revenues currently. How sticky are these relationships? Because we try to understand the long-term pricing that you have or long-term agreements which are in place for the company.
So on the, most of the customers are quite old for our existing business. As we go forward into the quartz business, they're even more sticky because these are solar glass producers. These are long-term contracts which need the powder to make the glass a continuous furnace. So even more further, when you go into the HMS or the rare earth side of the business, titanium, they're even more sticky. The customer profile is changing as we go forward. And even the existing customers, they have been with us for 15, 20 years as we speak, most of them.
60% of your revenue comes from foreign currency, right?
Yes.
With all the currency-related issues that have been taking place, the weakness in the rupee, the potential weakness of the dollar. What's your word on that?
I mean, we do forward sell and forward hedge our dollars to some extent to ensure that we're not taking too much exposure. Revenue is again very sticky because the quality of our earnings is very strong. We don't do any open credit for sales. Everything is LC backed, and dollar has been supporting us for a while now. We're on the right side of the dollar.
Right side of the dollar.
It has, exactly. You are on the right side of that phenomenon that's taking place. Could you detail project economics for the quartz expansion that is taking place, the kind of investment that you're seeing, the capacity, also importantly, the margin profile? Now that you are shifting to green energy, will it get better versus the peers for you?
Yes. So we've already spent 120 crores on the capex for an installed capacity of 300,000 metric tons per annum, which is servicing both the engineered stone manufacturers and also the solar glass manufacturers. So the margin profiles, because we are integrated with both the mines, backward integrated by the mines, and we have a processing capacity, and we are planning to double our processing capacity with the objects of the funds, and we are situated in the hub where our customer base is, entire customer base is. So the transportation cost, which is a bulk commodity, is very, very minimal.
Okay.
And plus, we are very close to the port. To the export market, where again, dollar plays a good important role, and we have very marquee customers abroad. So we're very bullish on the margin profile. There are listed players in Europe, like Sibelco and others, and margins look better.
So how is it versus granite?
So we are expecting good margins because we are backward integrated and we are becoming we're a processor now, and plus. We have two products. So the second one is a byproduct where the costs are already loaded on the engineered stone product. So which means that the entire thing being a byproduct and servicing the solar industry, where solar glass industry is growing at a 30% CAGR, and then the glass is becoming dual layer from a mono layer. So from a 3 mm thickness glass, you're suddenly using 2.5 mm glass, like a double layer, which is increasing by 60% again. And there is an import duty of 10% for the glass. So there's more and more glass manufacturers that are going to start manufacturing in India. So we see huge tailwinds in the solar industry for this raw material.
Okay.
And we'll be doing good volumes. It will support their capacities.
Interesting. One final question from my end, at least. There's one of the promoters that received a notice from the CBI as regards to pending claims of over 150 crores. There was also a JV liquidation with BEML. If you could share any status updates on both of these and the road ahead.
So I think, going public, a lot of people, a lot of companies do face sudden, legal notices that crop up. But we've discussed this disclosed it adequately in our offer documents. And this matter is sub judice, so...
Okay, all right. So it's sub judice right now, but there could be an update very soon, and we'll take that update from you and as and when it comes back. You also have 25.5 crore rupees which you are allocating for electric dump trucks. You said you are shifting to green energy. What kind of savings are now you are anticipating? So will that margin expansion continue through in FY25, FY26 as well? Not FY25, sorry, FY26.
To give a perspective, right now we are having about 9 trucks, and we have a runway to go up to 80.
Okay.
So and each truck is giving us a great ROI. And since we sweat the vehicle, so in any electric product, you need to sweat the vehicle. We operate 21 hours, 22 hours a day. The efficiency and the numbers are adding up. So I think that's the driving force.
And so do you plan on going up to 80?
We will do it but in the next 18 months, the number is close to around adding another 18 to 20.
18 to 20, all right. All right, Uma Ram, congratulations for that. Thank you so much for sparing time and joining us. And we wish to have you back on the day of your listing as well. So
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Thank
spending
you.
time and
Thank
joining
you.
us
Thank
today.
you.
As the management there of Midwest, the IPO opening for subscription today. By the way, the Nifty currently 150 points higher, 25,300, is still continuing to face some hurdles at that 25,300 mark. Is at Monday's high of 25,310, and of course the recent high of 25,330. That comes into the picture now for the index, and a lot of these earnings reactions that have been taking place as well. ICICI Lombard continues to build on to those gains. Tattva Chintan Pharma, as we just highlighted at the start of the show, is now up 10% as we speak, as is Quick Heal. Quick Heal is now up 9%. It's going to report results today, so keep an eye out on Quick Heal as well. With that, we take your leave on this edition of Trading Hour. From Sonal, me and the team that put this show together, thank you so much for watching. Halftime report on the other side.